Hello, welcome to Jessie at Home. This is Jessie and I'm going to show you my work area, my little studio, as it is at this point. It's done-ish from after the whole soot incident. It's not completely done. There's still boxes and things that need to be put away, but it's done-ish. I'm going to try to not make this last forever here. So this is just a little thing I found at a garage sale with some of the bags that I've made on it. This is the stairs. So you walk down the stairs, get to there, and you turn. There's the electricity. This little storage, you can see it's on just a little bump out that I made because there's pipes and stuff underneath it. That little bit of yarn storage is actually my use it now yarn. It's yarn that I've made promises about, or yarn that I'm in the process of using that I need to finish projects for. So that's what that is. It's my use it now yarn. That little thing with the calendar on it, which is on the wrong month, is actually covering up some pipes, and it pulls right out. And there's the water shut off valve inside of it, which is really nifty. And there's my printer. So then if you turn as you come down the stairs, you see right here my table with some storage underneath it, and my suitcase, because I realize it's silly to put that away. I just travel too much, so it just lives there now. A project I've been working on. You can come into my little studio, and there's a nice large floor space right here, which is great because I have some of those blocking mats, and I have more in the garage that I need to rinse off. They were a little dirty because they ended up outside for something or other. They need to be rinsed off with the hose and dried and brought back in so I can use this floor space whenever my little blocking table is not quite big enough, which isn't very often. Usually the blocking table is big enough. This couch over here is where I sit when I'm working on a long knit or crochet project. It's going to take me a while, and I don't want to just sit at the desk. I'll sit here. Sometimes I'll watch the TV, or I'll put the computer on that little table there so that I can take notes or whatever. And here, so there's the printer again to kind of orient yourself. Here is, woo, sideways. Sorry, I'm realizing that that was a silly thing to do because it doesn't go sideways. It just turns sideways on you. Anyway, this is a bookshelf that will have books in it, but for now it's kind of also an organization area where things that need to be organized have kind of collected. Like I said, I'm not completely done from the organizing. There's fabric on my ceiling now, so I don't have to look at all of the raftery things and all of the joists and the pipes, and there's a pipe that hangs low right here, which is why there's this bubbly thing going on. Here's my TV and some storage, some projects hiding back there that haven't been published yet. Little trash bag. More storage. I like to store things in the shoe boxes. It makes life easy and nothing gets dusty. I hate dusting. Here is my little desk. You can see the Swift over there on the left and the yarn winder over there on the right. There's my computer, my pink chair, my Roomba, which really needs to run because there's little white things all over the floor. So this is my little pin board that I need to pin things onto, just ideas, things that I've seen that I like. You know, the dress there on the bottom, I really like the chevron looks to it, and then there's a two-color poncho that's nifty, and I like the idea of the two-color ponchos. Over here we have overflow storage. There on the left is Red Heart Super Saver, on the right is Red Heart with Love, like I said, overflow storage, and a little desky area for when I'm sitting on the couch knitting or crocheting something, and a blanket because sometimes it's cold down here when I'm knitting or crocheting something, and the water heater. And if we keep turning around, there are the stairs again, and you can see this setup I have for when I'm making a video, a little tutorial. That open space underneath the stairs is where I had everything for yarn and wine tasting, but now it's just kind of other randomy stuff, and more space for storage of shoe boxes, another pin board for designs and swatches and that sort of stuff, a cool little Jessie at Home and a J made by my secret sister at Snap, which was very, very cool. And then we have the yarn wall. Wow, pretty. Lots of yarn. There's like 60 little cubbies there, and it's awesome and cool and wonderful and yarn everywhere. And there's my little baby with her little head next to her because the head doesn't really sit on the form very well, but for 30 bucks I think I'll deal with it. and my grown-up head. And just more stuff. A window that really needs to be framed out, but for now it's fine and it lets in lots of light. And one of my dress forms and a door that's usually closed that goes into more storage in the house. And the other dress form, this is a very narrow area where I'm standing, this little thing behind her has actually got two sides to it. I can pull it out and flip it around, and there's the zigzaggy side to it. And then you'll notice that there's actually a whole section of my basement that's not actually my office. That's piles and piles of stuff that needs to be sorted and everything, and some of my photo lighting kind of hides back in there. But that's all stuff that needs to be sorted and gone through before we get back over here into my little studio area. So there you have it, and my rug. Hi, rug.